Hey everyone, I'm sorry for putting this recap and review of Catfish up late. I um, I realized that the episodes weren't put up online anywhere until um, yesterday, Thursday. Um, so I wasn't able to watch them until yesterday, and I didn't even watch them until like late last night. Um, So, just for further notice, I'm going to recap and review Catfish um, as most likely Fridays. If I can get away with it on Thursdays, then I will. But if not, then I will most likely just end up putting them up on Thursday or Friday afternoons. Um, and today, I would have put them up earlier today, but um, after I made my video for Marco Polo, I got sidetracked because I had an appointment with the eye doctor. And speaking of the eye doctor, when I was there, I got eye drops in my eyes that not only made pupils dilate, but um, it it made my vision blurry. So um, when I'm reading off of my notes from when I watch the episodes, you'll see me kind of like bring the phone up, bring my phone up to my face, close to my face, because it's just that when I wear my glasses, it gets my eyes are still very blurry because of the eye drops. Um, so I will so that's why I'm not wearing my glasses right now. Otherwise, I wouldn't wear them. But anyway, so I'm just gonna get into this episode. It's titled, it's season 5, episode 13. It's titled Lucas and Benny. So basically, the catfishy's name is Jamie. The catfisher's name is Lucas. So basically, um, Neve and Max get this email from this woman named Jamie, who's 29 years old and living in Portland, Oregon. She has 2 kids, and she met this Lucas on Tinder, and so they basically started talking straight away and texting nonstop. And what happens is, um, basically what happens is, um, he tells her that he's going to school in St. Louis, Missouri, and that he is going to relocate to Portland, Oregon for her. He said he wanted to be exclusive and that he loved her, and basically that's when things got weird because when he moved to Oregon, he could never meet, and he would always make a fucking excuse as to why he could never meet. Her and her friends did what Neve and Max did, and did a reverse Google image search on his photos and found that Lucas was fake, that he wasn't really Lucas at all. The thing is, she has not told him yet that she knows he is lying to her. She wanted kept secret that she knows about him and him being catfish, so she can meet him face to face and like get to know why he catfished her. New Max catfisher, no, sorry, not catfisher. Call her on Skype. Excuse me. Um, as per usual, and she talks about Lucas and how they've been talking for 6 months, and she thinks that Lucas is talking to a lot of other girls, and not just her, because someone contacted her from New York and everything. She says that she has sent him naked photos and has crossed her mind that if she confronts him about it, he would release the photos. Then me and Max fly to Portland, um, and it's revealed that she is a professional dancer. Um, and the reason why she hasn't, admitted that she's a professional dancer on Tinder is because she didn't want to be judged um, based off of that, which I can understand. I can honestly understand that. Um, And then she reveals that he would never video chat because before he left Missouri, because um, he said he would be moving to Portland soon, and so he didn't really want to start video chatting, and not video chat at all. Um, and then one day, um, he moves over, and um, they never hang out. They never meet up. Previously, they never um, hang out or anything. When he moves to Portland, which is again fucking suspicious. Like weeks after weeks of living there, um, he hasn't hung out with her at all. So one day when um, after he has moved over there, her and her and her friends go out to drink, and um, they decide to call Lucas and ask for him to send a Snapchat holding up a piece of paper that has their names on it, written on it. And Jamie's like, well, who's gonna send a Snapchat like that, basically? And so, like, who's gonna fake a Snapchat? And so basically, what happens is, um, he sends a Snapchat with their photo, with their names on the photo, and what one of her friends says is that I bet you that photo is photoshopped, and so they reverse um, image search on Google and found the exact same photo that is without the piece of paper on it. Um, with their names, and so basically they know he's fake. They just know he's fake. So the photo links back to a man named Trey, who had and has a lot more photos on his social media accounts than Lucas. Then the very same day, Ursula, the girl from New York, contacts her, um, telling Jamie to beware of Lucas. So they call Ursula up on Skype and pretty much have her share her story. And it's literally word for word verbatim, except instead of going to Portland, he would go to New York. It's literally verbatim, except the city. Um, and the way Ursula found out that he wasn't who he said he was is she booked a flight to Missouri, and he came clean after she told him that she booked a flight over there. Um, and of course, also like Jamie, she sent him nudes. And apparently, what he does is he starts relationships with these girls, gets their nudes, and then when she finds out about him being fake, he blocks her on all social media accounts. Um, and then Eve asks Ursula how she found out about the other girls, and she's like, well, I looked at his Snapchat and looked at all his followers and yada yada yada, and then she sent them messages afterwards and stuff like that. Um, And then he asked Ursula to come to Portland, so it could be two people that Lucas played instead of one, and a more powerful message. After hanging up, Leave says that since they've he has been photos of Jamie, and he knows where she works, and he knows about her kids. He This Lucas is like a very powerful person, and basically he has leverage over her. Then Neve and Max look up the phone number of Lucas that was given to Jamie, and they try different websites. The first one doesn't point anywhere. The second one, though, gives just the name Zach. And that's it. The first name Zach, and that's it. And that it's he lives in St. Louis, Missouri. So look up Zach on Facebook, and the first four profiles don't have anything as far as like profile pictures. So they don't check those. And then this he sees this profile picture that looks creepy as fuck according to him, and I'm like, well, okay, whatever. And then after looking through other profiles for a little bit, he comes across it. He clicks his profile, and it comes up, and Jamie's like, "Oh my god, like, oh my god, what?" And apparently, she's getting all excited because the cover photo of this profile is of Lord, and the Lucas guy that she was talking to is obsessed with Lord. And so they look at this profile, and look at his picture and his major, which is cybersecurity, and basically they concluded this is the guy that is Lucas. And he was like, well, what do you think? Do you like? I mean, it's pretty evident that this is the guy. What do you think of that? And Jamie's clearly upset, and they talk for like a minute or two before they, head their separate ways for the day. And on the drive back to the hotel, Neve's like he would love to see this guy's profile, but they can't because they can't obviously see it because they're probably not going to be able to get accepted as a follower. And all the people that they know that could possibly look at his profile have been blocked. So yeah, so they decide to recruit some of the women on the staff to, go see, go try to get accepted as a follower, and that way they can look at the profile. So two women decide to do it. One is a woman named Tanisha who asked the question, what if he contacts us? And he's like, we'll just try to play casual. And so they about 20 minutes after that, after they try to follow him, they're accepted, or at least Tanisha is. And so they look at his profile, and he had posted a picture 17 hours prior to them looking at his profile, and they noticed that pretty much most, if not all, of his followers are women. So then they go to the airport and pick up Ursula, and on the way to meet Jamie, she reveals that like he sent her a video via Snapchat, and that was what convinced her that he was real. Then they get to this local coffee shop where Jamie is. Ursula pretty much reveals that they have had phone sex 2 to 3 times a week. And he would pretty much initiate it every single time. Jamie says it only happened once, but I really don't believe that it only happened once, because her facial expressions pretty much suggest that it happened more than once. So I really don't believe that she didn't have phone sex more than just once with him. Um, then Ursula reveals that when she asked the guy to prove that he um, wasn't the Lucas guy, um, he sent her a photo of the same guy on the Facebook profile that they found earlier. And then they kind of, tell her everything else that they found besides the Facebook profile. Um, and he apparently admitted to Ursula that he catfished over 400 women. And then he gets a text from someone on the crew, Max or Mike from casting, and he says that a woman named Sarah has pretty much the same exact story, except she lives in Dallas. Um, and so they contact her on Skype and recruit Sarah to go to uh, Missouri to, kind of like help them and everything. And so then Neve and Max, before they leave, record a video to send to all the girls Lucas is catfishing and send it out. The next day, they all, Neve, Max, Jamie, and Ursula all go to Missouri and meet up with Sarah at the hotel. They talk for a bit. She tells them their story. She tells them her story a little bit more, and then the five of them take a picture, send it to Zach along with a text, and then they go their separate ways before they, and relax a little bit before they, before they get a text from Zach. However long passes, they eventually get a text from Zach, and it says, great picture, winky face. I'm at my parents' house this weekend. You can meet me here. So Neve and Max instantly are like, the tone of this text is very, very calm and not worried or anything. It's like really weird. I'm sorry I keep scratching my nose. I don't know why, it's like really itchy for some reason. Anyway, so Neve and Max round up the girls and go to his house. He comes out of the house, and greets them and says hi, an awkward hi, and basically what happens is according to him, it started over a year ago, and wanted to see if using the Lucas photos would get him more attention than the photos that he uses of himself. And apparently he got tons more responses using the Lucas photo than that of himself. And that's why he kept it going on. It's because he got a lot more attention with the Lucas photos than that. And he says the beauty of online dating and using a fake photo is that you can talk to many, like 400 plus girls. Excuse me. And he can keep it casual. And Sarah's like, well, using someone else's videos and photos and photoshopping said photos, it's not something that you can call casual, because you're telling someone you're also telling that the people that you talk to that you're in love with them. And he says that he didn't really think about all the pain that he caused. And it's just like, well, whatever. Max brings up the fact that he brings up the nude photos, and Zach's like, I deleted them, and nobody believes him. Nobody believes him at all. So they're like, well, okay. Nika's like, well, let's see your phone so that we can make sure that you actually didn't keep them. And he doesn't give his phone right away. He's scrolling through. He scrolls through his phone, and everyone makes this everyone brings up the fact that, like, are you deleting photos? Because I mean, why else are you just gonna keep the phone instead of giving it to somebody else? So once he gives the phone to Neve, it's revealed that he's recording the conversation. Up until this point, he has recorded the entire conversation, which really isn't right, because you're taping someone without their consent. Everyone on the show so far has consented to being videotaped and recorded. So what you're doing is you didn't ask anybody to be recorded on your end. So that's not right. Like, that's not right at all. And after everyone talks about that for a few minutes, Neve notices he has a Google Drive account, which has a list of pretty much most, if not all, of the women he's catfished, um, with notes next to them. And so Neve starts, speaking, saying what is next to each woman. And one that stood out to me was, watch out for that subject. Like what? What? No. And it's also revealed that he has video thumbnails of the woman masturbating. So basically, it's just a picture of a little scene, a particular part of the movie, or not a movie, but the video, that shows up as the lead picture of the whole video. It's not the actual video itself. So, and there's several of them, and so clearly he still has photos of them, naked, which is contradicts him saying that he deleted the photos. And he's like, oh, well, I'm not going to share them with anybody. I was like, bullshit. If you still have them on your fucking phone, then clearly intend to have that as insurance so that he can use them. So, yeah, no. Max brings up the fact that the entire time that they have been talking, he sounds oddly calm, which is not untrue. It's very true. He is seriously calm about everything, and just the way he's speaking is just fucking off. And even Max and the girls decide to call it a day for the time being, and now head back to the car. And as they go back to the car, he says, "Miss you all," and like he kind of it's just like, and he turns back around and says, "What the fuck did you just say? Did you just say miss you all?" And Zach's like, "Yeah," and it's like, well, he's like, well, "Why the fuck would you say that?" And in the way you said it too, it's like, really, like it doesn't make any sense. So um they go back into the car, drive away, kind of like, let things settle. Next day, Max says that he thinks that they should force him to make a video saying Luke is a fake. Then Neve suggests, after doing that, changing the password to something he doesn't know so he can't get in. In the car going back to Zach's house, Max says Zach understands logically and rationally what he did is wrong, but emotionally he just doesn't seem to care, and doesn't feel bad at all. And back at Zach's house, he says that what he did was disgusting and perverted, but he personally feels like personally I just feel like he's pandering to them. Like, come on, he's just pandering to them. And then everyone is talking about how violated they feel, which is very understandable. Ursula asks, why is he smiling when they're talking about them feeling violated? And he's like, he doesn't really have a good answer to that. But he says everything he has said thus far was what he thought he wanted them to hear, which is exactly what I just said. He was pandering to them. And he says it's clear that that is not what they want to hear. He further says that there's things that he doesn't feel sorry for, and one of the things is that he feels like there's no need to dwell on for them to dwell on him lying to them for days or in months. And I'm like, really? Like, dude, get your motherfucking life. Like, they have a right to feel hurt and not get over it right away. They have a right to do that because you're the one who fucking lied, not them. You. So get your fucking life. Get your fucking life. Like, really? After he says this, all three men just get up and leave, which I'm like, I am not mad at because I'm just like, I would get the fuck up and leave too. I'm like, did you? I'm like, cause I'd be like, well, did you just fucking say that? I'm like, no. So I would fucking leave. Max says it's time to do something they all collectively want, which is to shut down the accounts. And basically, they take a picture of him, put it up on the profile, take a video, and then put that up on the profiles, and then change the password. Which personally, I think is like, if you're gonna, what was the point of changing the password? He could, if you're not gonna change to the email address, if you're not gonna either change the email address associated with the accounts, or um, or or delete the accounts altogether, then there's no use in just changing the password because he could, all he could do is say, I forgot my password. They would send an email to the email that he himself is still using for that email, and then change the password and then continue on his way with those profiles. So, and then claim that someone hacked his email or someone hacked his profiles. So it's not, I mean, just changing the password is really not that great. But anyway, so after that, it goes to 10 months later, and Jamie hasn't talked to Zach at all, but she communicates with Sarah and Ursula still. And then it shows Zach on the after they talk to Sarah or Jamie on Skype. They talk to Zach on Skype, and he has cut off his hair, or so it's basically not shoulder length anymore. It's not even ear length or anything. It's not fairly short, but short enough so that he pretty much looks completely different. And I didn't. I was like, is that the same person? Like, really? Um. But anyway, after that's all said and done, and he claims that he's not catfishing anymore, I'm just sitting over here thinking like, this dude is still catfishing. There's no way that he's just gonna stop cold turkey just because even Max asked him to stop catfishing. I have a feeling he has more fake profiles um, that he's created over the years, just in case something like this happens, to where he's forced in a way to delete his Lucas profile, and so I think he's like, still catfish. I personally think he's still catfishing. I really do. I think he's still catfishing. I just don't believe that he stopped catfishing. I really don't believe he stopped catfishing at all. I really don't. I don't think he stopped. And that is the end of the episode. That's my thoughts. Please, share your thoughts down below. And with that said, hit like if you like this episode. Hit subscribe if you wanna, see more of my videos when they go up. And I will make another video shortly on episode 14 of Catfish. And I'll put that up whenever I can. That said, I'll see you guys later. Bye.